In video number 24, I'd like to share two of my favorite words in business: reverse engineer. I'm going to give you a real simple exercise. Reverse engineer is about knowing what goal you want to achieve. And in this case, we're going to talk about achieving $1 million in revenue, kind of that golden number. A lot of practitioners aren't even close to that, but they aspire to get to that number. It just feels like a rite of passage to get to $1 million in revenue. So let's start with that. And then underneath that, how many weeks of year do you want to work? So let's say it's 48 weeks. It comes out to about 192 business days during the year. And then how much revenue do you have to produce in those 192 days to get to $1 million in revenue? It comes out to a little over $5,000 a day. And then how many patients do you want to see, or do you have to see, to get to 5,000? It depends on your PPV. If you have a lower PPV, then you've got to see a lot more patients. If it's higher, maybe it's 20 to 25 patients a day, 4 days a week, to get to that number, because the 192 days was based on a 4-day work week, and that's how many days most podiatrists are seeing patients. So then you have the number that is right in front of you that you have to produce for every single patient that walks into the door to get to that $1 million mark. And how many new patients does it take? How many total patient visits? So anything that you want to do, you can reverse engineer. A lot of business is about math. It's not all about math. There's a lot more to it, but math is a good starting point. Math is certainty. There's clarity around math. If you know that you want to produce $1 million, you can just reverse engineer it all the way down to what it takes for each individual patient. And not that you're going in the treatment room thinking, I have to produce $190 on this particular patient today, but that's kind of what it averages out to. And there are ways to increase your PPV. We talked about in my 5% multiplier video that there's things that you can do to increase that, because we're always trying to increase the number of patients, the average visits per patient, and then how much they buy, which is in our world is the PPV. So you can truly reverse engineer anything you want. Any goal you have, put that at the top, and then reverse engineer it all the way down to what needs to be done on a daily basis. And you'll have a lot more certainty and clarity about the things you have to do every single day in your business to ultimately achieve your goal. I'll see you in the final video, video number 25.